I'm so happy it's Thursday after 8 because I don't think I could have dealt with the suspense any longer. For the entire week I've been waiting for this this evening. We are so glad you can make it to Basel. We are able to present your film in conjunction with your wonderful exhibition at the booth of James Fuentes. My name is Maxa Zoller. I'm the film curator, and obviously this tonight is a personal highlight of me because Jonas Mekas has not only given us, his aesthetic and all his stories in his many, many films, but he's also developed, an entire world of production for experimental filmmakers in terms of setting up a model, first of all, a co-op model through which filmmakers can come together and speak and make work. And he's also, a keeper of their history because he is one of the founders of the Anthology film archive. Not only that, but also his personal life story is simply, fascinating and worth an entire evening of discussion and listening to. And actually, I will not say very much. I will just hand over the microphone to Jonas now. Thank you.
Yes, I'm very happy to be here in your place and to see all of you here. Thank you for coming to see a fragment of history. I will give you a brief introduction, and after the film, I will answer questions. The reason for making this film is that many of my friends in New York, I came to New York in 1949, and many of my new friends kept asking me, where do you come from? How did you, what is that country, Lithuania? Where is it? What kind of country? In New York, what do they know in New York? You see, they know Jackson Pollock, but they don't know Lithuania. So I said, when there will be a chance to go back to Lithuania, I will I will bring you some images of Lithuania, then you will know where I come from. Now, I left Lithuania. I had to leave, it's a long story, in the summer of 44. I could not go back. The Soviets did not want me back, did not permit me to go back for 25 years. So after 25 years, the Soviets said, okay, go and visit your mother. Okay, we'll let you. Maybe you're not going to destroy the country. And so I went and I filmed. And yes, the Soviets wanted. They say, yes, go visit your mother, but also film the progress, what we have given to Lithuania. How we, the whole progress. You were nothing, now you are something. So I went, but I filmed only my childhood. What you will see memories of my when I was looking for all the little bits of paradise, which was my childhood, because I grew up as a child, I consider in paradise. So what you will see are my fragments of paradise. And we'll talk after the film for those who are. Not much of it is there anymore. The house is not there. Whatever was left is not there. It's just a plain field.
Hi, hello. Thank you for your film. And I just have a very simple question. Uh, when you film, when do you decide to film it and
Okay.
and
Okay.
start the
Yes,
camera
yes,
and
yes, yes.
stop the camera?
I got it. I am a sort of kung fu filmmaker. I react instantaneously and immediately to what's happening around me, and I record it with my camera. My camera is an extension of my kung fu arm. That makes it clear to you that there is no thinking, no planning is involved. Immediate reaction.
So after your kung fu reaction,
Yes.
so there will be a stage of editing. So
Editing takes place. Most of my editing takes place same time when I'm filming. What you see is exactly the way it was recorded. I just string the pieces together. I splice them together. So my filmmaking is much, there is no editing. There is only splicing.
Okay, so is it the same thing with your music?
Yes, in my life. My life is the same. Because my work is my life. My filmmaking, whatever I do, it's what I am. I'm not trying, to make it funny. I'm telling you the truth. The truth can sound funny much of the time. When you lie, then you sound real.
Another question, thank you for the film. Actually, do you know that the cinema where you're standing in was very much designed by Peter Kubelka? And
Can you read the cinema?
You're standing in.
Standing in?
Here, this cinema where you're
Yes.
right now
Yes.
was very much designed by Peter Kubelka.
I mean that you're not talking about the space, you're talking about cinema.
No, this very space.
Okay.
And for me, it's a very coincidence that you have the last part of this film is you have a portrait of him.
Yes. Kubelka is in the film. He's a very good friend, and actually from Basel I'm going to Vienna to revisit Peter. He's still in Vienna. Yes.
But I have seen there has been. I want to ask you, you made with your method the film, but I saw also another bolex sometimes in the picture. And what is with this material? You get it also in the film, or is it another film?
There is somebody is holding another bolex in it. Yes.
Yes.
On this trip, my brother was also there, traveling with me. So the other camera is my brother's camera. Yes.
But the material from the other camera we haven't seen.
He made his own film.
I see.
Yes.
Thank you.
Labas vakaras, labai malonu jūs čia matyti.
You are hearing now in Lithuanian, and she does not want you to hear what she wants to say.
It's a secret. My question will be about your relationship with Lithuania now. Does it change during the years?
The question you heard, if Lithuania has changed during the year. There is nothing under the sun that doesn't change even during the day, one day. Not talking about the years. Of course, the Soviet Union collapsed already 20 years ago. So Lithuania is completely somewhere else. And yes, of course, the answer, of course, it's obvious that it's, part of Europe, more part of Europe than Russia.
But your relationship, do you feel it's still
Relationship,
paradise?
the question about relationship is, I have to think, what that word relationship means. Relationship. I have to think. Relationship. I am still you cannot. I left Lithuania when I was 20. That means fully formed person. Actually, in some past centuries, when one was 20, one was already a king of some country, or dead in one of the wars. So, of course, I cannot get everything that I am, and whatever I do now, whatever I say is deeply influenced and comes from. I was born in Lithuania, and I cannot change that. I will die Lithuanian, same as if you are born Swiss in Basel. You cannot change that. You cannot become somebody else. Of course, later you learn, you go, one is born several times, has many crashes and nervous breakdowns, and travels through cultures and countries, and so of course I'm many removed away further from my small village. I'm somewhere else, but that's normal. But still, somewhere deep, what you are at the age of 20, it affects you, to the rest of your life.
I have another question. You said your intention to make this film was to show the people in New York where you're coming from.
That's sort of explanation, one of the 10 different explanations why I did it.
I see.
But it's not that's how it became. It's true that people were asking, and I wished I would have something to show them, something very simple that would answer that question. Where do you come from? Who made you? And so then when occasion arrived, of course, the result became that kind of answer. The film became the answer to that.
It made me curious.
Well, because basically, I'm still a farmer boy. Whatever I do, usually it's very practical, down to earth, and yes, a lot of common sense.
It made me curious what the people said if you showed the film the first time in New York.
the first people who saw the film, it happened to be the Soviet export film people, those who um, control the movements of films in the Soviet Union, what was exported, what was shown in other countries. They saw the film and they told me to destroy it. Destroy it. Because, you see, they found out about the film because 1 week before I left for Moscow and Lithuania, my camera died. Something went wrong. So a German television producer from Hamburg said, I will buy you a new camera and as much footage as you need if you will give us right to premiere it on German television. I said, sure, yes, do it, I need a camera. So they gave me a new camera, new Bolex and film, and I went and shot the film, and and it was premiered on German television. And that's how the Soviets found out about it. And they contacted me and they said, destroy the film. How do you that not show the progress of the Soviet Union? Well, no, of course it doesn't show. That was not the subject. I was not interested in that, and I did not even see that. How could I film it? So, so that was the reaction. Yes.
Could you ever show the film to your family, and how did they react when they saw it?
My family saw it only after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Nobody could see it in Lithuania during the Soviet period.
Was your mother still alive then, or could she see the film as well?
No, she did not see the film, no.
Thank you for showing your film tonight. This is maybe just an observation. I really appreciated the moment when your mom is making the potato pancakes.
Yes,
And you're bringing the
I'm a specialist of pancakes.
And you're bringing the wood for the fire, and there is this moment when you're looking at the camera, and it was a different kind of recognition, and it was very moving for me, that moment. And I'm very curious about what you were thinking when you looked at that camera.
Of course, I don't know what I was thinking, and I was not thinking. It was just a connection, direct connection to here I am in this moment. Like making just a point for myself, unconsciously. I did not even realize I was doing it during that moment. Yes.
Thanks for coming and showing us this film. Excuse my English. I was somehow astonished. I'm an old man too, but in these days we always are looking for the stars, for the special glamour. And I was just waiting and waiting, when does something really special come? Something Hollywood, something which would be worth to show to the whole world. And I thank you You just show day by day life, just normal life, with all the heights and the depths. And this is beautiful.
Thank
This
you.
is life. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all I know. Real life moment, by moment, second by second. That's what these are daily like notes from. That's my work. What I do is I'm making, as I go through life, I make for some unknown reason, for no reason, I just make notes. Why? Does not have to be a reason. One, I enjoy making those notes, so why not to make those notes? I do only what I like to do. So thank you for that. You
I
took
just wanted
time.
to ask
Yes.
a question. You're the founder of Anthology Film Archives in New York.
It's a film kind of museum. Yes.
Yeah, and now I was just curious to know how you came to found it.
From a necessity,
to be the
because there
founder
was
of it.
nobody else who wanted to protect the independently made films. They protect, big budget films, Hollywoods of the world, but somebody had to protect the avant-garde, the independents, and that was the reason, to show and protect, preserve them for those who are. If you love something, enjoy something, you share with others, and you want that those who will come later will be able to see them, those films. So you do everything to protect them, and that was the reason. If I see something, and I like something, I want others to see it, and then talk about it. So it's a reason, good enough reason to do that. And if you see something and you have something beautiful that helps us humans maintain some beauty, you want to protect it and keep it, so that ugliness wouldn't creep in. So it's a moral responsibility. You can call it a moral responsibility, which one should maintain. Yes. So that's what's behind the Anthology Film Archives. The only archive dedicated totally to the independence, to the avant-garde. Though we show and protect even some classic cinema from the main tree, because cinema is a big tree with many different branches, and we are interested in all of the branches, tiny as they may be, like a haiku cinema. A cinema is a postcard, bagatelle, arabesque of cinema. Cinema has little forms, not only spectaculars. And now with digital forms of recording, making, moving images, possibilities are open, immense, beautiful, to be more personal. Why everything should be just big, 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 like Art Basel.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
You often collaborated with other filmmakers, and most are your friends as well. We've seen here Kubelka. Can you tell us about other filmmakers who were your pal?
There are so many in every country. I mean, cinema, as I said, is a big tree. Like any art, music or literature has many different branches and different periods, different styles. And you cannot reduce anything to one or even to 10. So it's you're asking me impossible question. I cannot answer. Because I'm, from London to Paris, from Napoli, from all over Tokyo. Which country are we talking about, and what period? 60s, 90s, and then of course, it's a big. Let's keep it. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
For the last question, if you want to know about his friends, go outside and read the book. Right? There's a book signing now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some books at Spector in books in Leipzig. Published it just 2-3 months ago. It's in English, sorry. And it contains my writings, much of it never published, on like other forms of art, like on dance, on music, on theater, not only on cinema. There are some on cinema also, especially those of you who may be interested in expanded forms of cinema. There is a lot on that. So it's, as you walk out, it's there, available. And I'm grateful to Spector Books for publishing it. It's not something that, mass sales kind of thing. It's limited, a book of limited interest.